gotta be honest with you. Maybe it's the 40-year-old in me that just enjoys the jazziness. Could be Cowboy Bebop. I don't know.
I played the trumpet as a kid, so I like this movie like that. Hi everybody, welcome to Three Black Geeks.
We're here to talk about the 2014 movie Whiplash. Like, click, subscribe, hit that bell, comment, and follow us on all the various social media platforms. Not X, because, you know, fuck Elon. But...
No, you can follow us on X.
I mean, yeah, look. We're keeping real estate on X because fuck Elon. You're not taking our name on X.
We're keeping real estate because we also got to give love to the degenerates as well, okay?
It was only like 5 degenerates that legit.
It doesn't matter. They deserve love.
Everybody else is racist that just angry follows us.
Speaking of which,
like that's an oxymoron. First off, second off,
but those guys have a very valid point about Predator. Not love.
Yeah, I gotta tell you something. I didn't like y'all, but the way you ripped apart that liberal movie, Dangerous Minds, I gotta tell you. I thought it was hilarious when you put the dashiki thing on her head. I thought that was amazing. You niggers are all right.
So Whiplash. I told the guys this.
You make woke stuff funny.
I don't think you guys are funny.
We got like a pocket of white folks that say that shit.
Look, white fans of Three Black Geeks. I hate to tell y'all this, but Three Black Geeks think all of y'all are like toxic. Like, I think the white people that follow us are like, why do you listen to it? Look, you coons make me laugh.
Is that the unironic listen?
It's the ironic listen. Yeah. It's the reason why Alabama has the highest rate of ebony porn in the country.
First off, I saw that fucking map and I laughed. I was like, wow, racist and they love ebony porn. Crazy.
Look, I got
the entire world.
Sorry.
That's the best part about
I'm sorry. I just wanted to go ahead and get my chud joke out of the way right at the beginning. I don't need to do any more for the rest of this.
There's not going to be no chuddiness in this movie. In fact, this movie is about what happened. This movie is about what happens when alpha males, when an alpha male admires a more alpha. Fuck it. The point is this. A young prodigy goes to a school for the gifted, and he sees the teacher that he always wants to be with, and going with said teacher and trying to get his attention, his gaze. He finds out this nigga is a fucking prick.
Can we talk about talent in this era of AI? You know, there's a section of people out here that feel like AI circumvents talent and actually putting in work, right? And when I watch,
when you say that, Chris,
yeah, and so when I watch Whiplash, right, there's a moment where they're at the table, right, and I love the scene because number one, I hate when people do this because I've experienced a little bit of this where it's like you're demeaning somebody for what they do in the most fucked up way, like, oh, your little drums, and I'm like, bro, like why would you do that, right? But like,
I don't know what you saying. What D saw was white people being white people, hurt people being hurt people. Because number one, yeah, you know, your little drum set. But no, it's not a drum set. You know, actually, I can go around the world. I can actually be a big time artist. Yeah, that's great. That's great with drums. Hey, the football guys are.
Hey, listen, when he said Division 3, I lost it. I was like,
go ahead, where?
No, I was just gonna say. First of all, you're sitting at the table. You just sat there and told your family that I'm the youngest drummer out of the whole group, and on top of that, I'm a core member.
Yeah, first round pick, basically.
Yeah, and you know that means I could be playing Carnegie Hall. I could be at this place. I could be at that place. Competitions.
Let me stop you right there, son. Your cousins, on the other hand, they both are starting on the football team. And I gotta tell you, these boys are fantastic.
Sir, when his cousin heard Division 3 in the most condescending way possible, and he says, "Yeah, it's okay if you feel that way. Why don't you come play with us?"
Forward.
Dude, the Uno reverse card of him saying
4 words
that you will never hear from the NFL.
Can I be real for a second? That nigga was spitting.
Let me tell you something, Eris. Let me put this into full scope for you.
I mean,
let me put this in full scope for you, Eris.
That was drum. Real quick, D. That was the drum version of "I took that personally."
Oh no, that was drumline.
Yeah.
Hey, Eris, let me make it even worse for you. There's top flight football there. We all see on Saturday every day. There is Division AA. That's the smaller, bigger colleges.
HBCUs.
And then there's Division II. And in Division II, there are 2 subdivisions of Division II. And then there's Division III. Do you know how small of a school a Division III school
That's PG
is?
community college.
So this is the thing. So yeah, he said the right thing. Yeah, what? Y'all gonna be like school administrators? What the fuck you gonna do? You're in Division III.
No,
that means you're going to be a coach or you're going to be a teacher.
Actually, I take it a step further.
You get lucky and become a commentator.
Let's take the cousin off the table. That's an athlete. It's the model UN cousin. Now I'm looking at sideways because, like, brother,
the model UN cousin need to do that right now.
You're cosplaying a politician. That's what you're pretty much doing.
You're cosplaying. Thank you.
You're skinwalking.
Yeah, basically.
You over there you playing make believe congressman. I'm going down to the county seat and give them a piece of my mind. That's what you sound like.
Now, granted, during this time, this is 2014, so a Negro is running the country.
Gotta be real too. That man is going to be mayor of a town of like 150 people. So, like, just.
The mayor sleeping with. He one of them. He gonna be one of them mayors. All 15 of them children was on drugs inside the house. And guess who was there? Guess whose house that was?
I'll put out something here real quick.
He gonna be one of them. He gonna be one of them mayors.
I have lived in the state of Maryland my whole life. I totally forgot that Berwyn Heights has a mayor, and I'm like, they have a fucking mayor? Really?
The amount of places in this like, I always laugh at the towns that do have a mayor. Like apparently there's do you know that there has been a thriving mayor here in Seat Pleasant for the last 2 decades? I'm not even playing with you. There's been a mayor. I remember there being a little mini mayor. Stop laughing. There's a mayor of Bowie, but you can't believe a mayor of Seat Pleasant. Come on, Chris.
That'd be real, D.
There's more people in Seat Pleasant.
On the hierarchy of important places, Bowie supersedes.
You know that's fucked up because all the good athletes come out of Seat Pleasant. That's messed up.
But no,
look, Chris. 3 to 5 star recruits.
You're right.
What you talking about?
Hey, look, if KD cusses me out on Twitter, I know where it came from. So, hey, there it is.
KD over this. You gonna see the Twitter handle. This is not Kevin Durant. Yeah.
You a bitch. That's what you are.
That's why you 6'2". That's why.
But nah,
go little Harris and go your favorite line.
You're 6'2". Go to the league.
You're not in the league.
But nah, going back.
You're 6'2". Go to the league.
I like that because that means that that's your only function in life is the ball, and you not even balling. Where the basketball at? You got all that height. You ain't even trying to dribble.
It's not gonna be Katie. It's not gonna be Katie. Like the ID is gonna show up. Katie fan club.
Going back to what I was starting
5, 16, 8.
I was going off though. Talent is like, I was always a person, and me and D growing up in the church, I was always jealous of the people that do the playing drums and the gospel band and shit and doing all that. Cause it's like, damn, that's a talent that I wish I could have. And obviously that comes with practicing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch something like Whiplash and you're like, even with all the shit that he's taking, he's still a good drummer in his own right, And besides just him, you seeing everybody else with all the instruments, percussions, drums, all that stuff. They're all talented in their own way.
This is the thing. I was in a band for pretty much elementary school into middle school.
Okay.
And being in a band has its own thing because you want to be first chair. Trust me, you want to be first chair. You want to be at least second chair. I got first chair probably once. I got it once when I was in Decatur, but I didn't have it that long. I was really pissed off at that too. And I do remember practicing hard for the Christmas.
So you were Miles Teller. Fuck you, man. What the fuck? I can't be
fuck
first.
No. Fuck no. I realized I will say this. Me doing this. Wow, Chris, you just unlocked something. Okay, real quick. I was this dude. All right, the dude. All right. When I was going to Stephen Decatur, I didn't have that many friends. One of the main friends I met this was the nigga named Aaron. All right. If y'all know the nigga, if you don't know the nigga, I don't remember his name, doesn't matter. So I remember this nigga played trumpet too. I'm like, oh shit, nigga, me too. We was those friends, me too. And then we got into band, and then this nigga got first chair. And like, yeah. And I was like 4th or 3rd. And I was like, and he started acting all sassy and this and that. And then I realized by like right after, it was like during the Christmas pageant and all that, we getting ready for it, and I realized I don't like this motherfucker. Now here's just the tip of the iceberg that makes it better. And this nigga might be gay. Oh my god, he's gay. Is that why he's so sassy? Now you gotta understand, y'all, it's the mid-90s. And I don't understand how gayness works. So I just thought, oh, that's why he act like a girl. So that's what I said anyway. But yeah, I remember that. I remember that pressure of trying to get into the first seat. You really want to be the one in command. You want to be the best one. That's a sign of you did something good. And let's take it to the extreme of where they at. This school, Schaefer. Now, is Schaefer a real school? I meant to look that up. Is Schaefer a real school? But let's just assume it is. Is it? I need to know this. I actually really need to know this. By the way, while y'all looking it up, Miles Teller actually did all the drumming himself in there. Now, yes, there are some.
No, it's not real.
There are some scenes. It's not real?
Nah.
All right. So in this fictional schools like Juilliard, it's up there.
Yeah.
So put it on that level. You have kids who are straight up prodigies to kids who are just really, 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 really good. Mm-hmm. You got kids with either two things: raw potential, or, like I said again, they're prodigies. You just got to get it out of them.
This movie is set in upstate New York, by the way.
And on top of that, I don't care what you say, and a lot of people say that, despite whatever. And this is what I really like about this. Despite whatever little sexuality you think you are, when testosterone gets bouncing around in a room, it's still testosterone bouncing around the room. Meaning that I ain't about to just flip my pages, bitch. All right, nigga. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that tension. And the best scene of that was this one. This is the prime example of testosterone bouncing in that room. Who's out of tune? And he stopped right there and said, "Tell me it's not you, Elmer Fudd."
First of all, it's the level of perfection that's like unobtainable, right?
Yeah.
And when you decide, okay, I'm gonna stop this whole thing because somebody is clearly out of tune, I am going to go by sections.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. It's right here from the 15th. Every time he did this, I always laughed.
It's like, all right. That is a do shut down.
It's like it's like stop.
We're done.
So he's like, it's okay. Must be my imagination. And he says over here. He's over here. Is it 18? Is it like 18th and the end of the 3rd? Pick it up. He's like, pick it up a little bit more. No, but that's not where it's coming from. Go back to the picture. tell me it's not you, Elmer Fudd.
Bro, that whole thing.
Fudd. Called my nigga Elmer Fudd though.
Oh, dude.
I think,
and then they later on called him Elmer Fudd. Somebody else called him Elmer later on in the movie.
It's when, dude, the fact that you are a tuba player. I know there's there's work into playing. You have to carry like the bass pretty much, like that deep tone, with the crew. You're not like super loud out there like the trumpet players or the saxophones or anything like that. The drums, they're way over there on the other side, so you're not going to be drowning them out. But sir, how could you be out of tune on the tuba? How?
Oh no, you can't. Errors.
No.
Be out of tune.
No, I know you. No, I know you can, Andy. But no, my question is, how can you, this class, studio band, you're pretty much at this point you made it into the elite at that school. When you're in studio band and you are under J.K. Simmons' his class, sir, you're in the elite.
You're already on. I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Because when he pressed him about it, play it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he asked him, he's like, "Are you out of tune?"
I mean,
dude, the fact that the mental games of getting into this guy's head, and the fact that he just reduced himself to a puddle of goo and said, "Yeah, I'm out of tune." Told him to get out, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as he walked out the door, all right, for the record, he really wasn't out of tune. It was actually you.
But him not knowing makes
not knowing it makes it even worse.
No, and that's what I liked about it, because I have seen examples of that where somebody will pick on somebody else that was in line of it. I do laps. Then look at the person that did it. You know it was you, right? And the fact that he didn't know that,
gotta be real. That's something that I have seen.
That needs to be weeded out. I don't blame that one.
That is some.
I don't blame that one.
That is some shit that I have seen firsthand in basic training. Basic training in the military is very. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody, because you might be friends with somebody, and next thing you know, they'll fucking heel turn on your ass, and you be like, "The fuck?" And I seen that shit. It's like, oh no.
I think that's what saves sports.
Like, if there's anything that Full Metal Jacket and Mobile Suit Gundam has taught me, is never trust anybody, especially in the military.
The one thing that's the one thing I always hated about sports, but I love about sports, is the fact that when it comes to stuff like that, you have the right thing to take your aggression out at. And if you take your aggression out and you lose, you need to leave. That it like that weeding out type of shit. As much as, like, let's just be real, all of this is toxic.
Oh yeah, it's all toxic.
None of this is going to grow fruit.
Bro,
let's just be real.
Let's be real. When the movie starts off with Negro Gordon, part of the
love that dude, by the way.
Oh, I love him. He's great.
Chris, I love that dude.
You know that nigga had no shape up in this one too.
I mean,
look. I love the nigga, but that seems like his calling card.
But you get him. He's just a regular teacher, and then as soon as Fletcher comes in to pick his, like, oh shit, that's when you knew it was a pecking order happening in that immediate moment when he's like, he shut the fuck up when Fletcher rolled in, and it's like, oh damn, okay, Fletcher's a big deal.
Yeah, like Fletcher came in immediately with those strong white guy arms.
That nigga was lifted before just
the smoothest of craniums.
J.K. Simmons has the smoothest bald head in the business next to Bruce Willis.
I just like the fact that I will never forget that the first time I ever seen J.K. Simmons, he walked straight up to my man and told him that he's going to fuck up in the head. Look, the first time I seen this man, it was Oz. Him and Oz being I forgot, was it Stoudemire?
Yeah.
Oh my God. He was Satan.
Let me paint the picture for you guys real quick about his character. First episode, right? White dude who ends up becoming the main character of the show. He got thrown in jail behind, I forgot what the fuck he did. I think he hit a kid or some shit like that or whatever. I believe he's in the jail cell with the black dude. I forgot the guy's name. And the guy's like throwing all sorts of threats his way. I'm gonna fuck you, blah blah blah. Here's JK like, hey guy, you should come in my cell, because I'll help you out. I'll protect you. This goober sits there and believes JK. As soon as he gets in the cell with JK, JK is like, oh yeah, you're my bitch now. So yeah. I was like, wow, power play.
Mental gymnastics.
Oh, that was a mental, because the black dude was just fucking with him. He wasn't gonna never do anything to him. But the fact that JK was like, again, fellow white guy, he just thought, oh, I'm fine. Nope.
Really sat him down.
Oh, bruh.
No, the fact that you said fellow white guy.
Oh yeah, hey, look.
Defender of cream.
Hey, the show did not. Hey, the show was all about the race wars in certain episodes because
yes, it was.
So like that white dude saw another white guy and thought, "I'm good." No, you're not.
But like I said, like I look. All right, check this out. I got to get this on my chest. American Dad did the best rendition of J.K. Simmons in this movie. He played Roger was H.J. Ribbons, the best clown. I love this episode.
The arms on Roger.
It's the arms. Notice the bald.
It's the shirt and the pecs.
Why is it forearms? His forearms are small.
Bro, why does he have pecs? Why does he have pecs in the fucking shirt though, bro?
Look.
It's the eyebrows.
It's also the red nose too.
Nigga.
And the lipstick.
He said, listen up, you punks. I'm here to verbally and mentally abuse you.
Hey.
Manipulate you into clowns.
The kicker about Fletcher is that
oh my God. Hold on, Eric, Chris, one more day. I had to say this. They did the whole little thing that happened in Whiplash, right?
Yeah.
But the one part he was talking to Steve, he's like, I gotta say, kid, you have everything that's it. You never know. One day you might do blah 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 blah. We're going to go up upstate and do a little session, jam a little horn, do a little jokes, blow each other, the usual stuff up there. Oh snap! I gotta go, guy. I gotta go. It's my accountant, clown accountant. He got a big old calculator. It always equals up the boobs. but quite frankly, I think he's stealing from me.
Dog. The shit
that killed me with that.
The shit that got me with Fletcher is that he's fucking with this kid the whole goddamn movie.
Oh my God.
The whole movie.
Okay, when D would have all right now granted, Chris,
mm-hmm.
And this is nothing against anybody that actually goes to a school to learn anything.
Yeah,
I mean that. But when it comes to getting like superstars, to making real superstars, they go a different route than everybody else. Sometimes it's not through a school. Sometimes they do it flawlessly. Yeah. Without even having to experience everything. Good example of that is actually Miles Davis. And because Miles Davis' teacher was all trying to teach the blues, like, well, black people, they went through this and that. And Miles, hold on. I can play the blues and I ain't never experienced none of that. She's like, well, because black people, yeah. But check this out. My mama good looking and my daddy got a lot of money. I ain't never suffered a day in my life. And I don't plan to suffer. And yeah, like I said, he played jazz flawlessly. Then the flip side, you get somebody like James Brown, who learned everything off the street. And we could say it without a shadow of doubt. James Brown is the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? The Godfather of soul. He learned all that shit. He had raw, real, straight up talent. There are different ways of showing and getting talent. Is how you get that talent out. And then that's when we talk about the thing that we don't like talking about: abuse, getting talent out. Yes, we could always say Joe Jackson stuck Michael's hand into a motherfucking electrical socket and hurt that young boy. We can talk about that all the time. We can talk about how Joe Jackson literally stomped Ben to death in front of Michael. We can talk about how that.
Hey, that's how you get ABC. You know, it's easy as 1, 2, 3.
That's how you get that. Look. We can talk about that one time Joe Jackson woke up in the middle of the night and just started punching Michael for no damn reason. And he like, oh damn, I thought you were Tito. And just ran back in. Well, we can talk about that all the time.
Ike Turner had to do a little of this in order to get rolling. You know,
Chris, you need to stop that.
Or the time that he was willing to whoop the entire house for leaving a towel in the pool.
The towel in the pool.
I remember I asked you about.
I got to be real. Go ahead.
See, I remember I asked you about that, and you pretty much told me it's true.
Did that actually happen, Eris?
The towel in the pool.
You gave me the allegedly.
Be real.
But I was like,
real and be honest. What do you really? Did that really happen?
Okay. Hold on. Now, do I believe that anybody actually got whooped over it? No, I really do think that Catherine really did tell him it is 3:00 in the morning. Joe, go to bed.
No,
I believe that.
No.
Well, what are you gonna do?
You know how niggas
it was
are.
the what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
It's that's what it really was for me. It's what are you gonna do? Like make them go outside. He said the boys they're not boys anymore. They're young men. What are you gonna do? Make them walk outside, get a switch off the tree, just so you can beat them with it? Go to bed, Joseph.
Joseph like this. I ain't thinking about that.
Like that.
I ain't thinking about that.
He didn't think. Now hold on. Now he wouldn't think that 2-3 years later the boys would actually fire him.
Oh, yeah. And look. I had to ask that question because I had to ask the question. Hey, Tina, that fish tank scene ain't really. Oh my God, that happened more than once. Joe, Ike Turner was a monster. But you want to know what Tina Turner said? When she actually said her documentary, I have a standard, and you know who installed that standard in me? Ike. And I am grateful for that. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Fuck Ike. But do you know what Ike did for me? I'm like, now I get that. That's age. That's time.
Yeah, that's age and maturity.
That's a lot. You know what I mean?
Stockholm syndrome aside.
Let's scoot all like Tina. Didn't you describe that he put that cigarette butt out on you more than once? Remember he made you eat the cake? Now, a part of me thinks remember he made you eat the cake? Here's Tina. Actually, that eat the cake anime thing never happened. I don't know who made that up. And that's
I will say this though, okay. And I said this too. When Whiplash came out, Black critics and Black Twitter, we were all kind of talking about it because there is a measure of trauma a little bit watching the film because, okay, there's always the joke about if Johnny had 5 apples, right? I can sit there and tell you, I had that moment 3 times in my lifetime with my dad helping me for math homework. Hence why I passed AP Calculus with an A and got through 3 levels of engineering physics courses from that traumatic experience as a kid so I could be great at math. Mom did that shit to me in English class, and that's how I was able to write book reports like it's nothing. That's a little bit of trauma that comes with that. Because your parents do kind of can be assholes, Black parents a little bit, just a little bit.
It's the Johnny and 5 apples.
It really is
an odd number. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But the joke, but that's a real thing, though.
No, it is a real thing.
No, it is because for me it was, and I don't do this to my boys, but I understand now where they get it from.
Yeah,
I will actually do something very smart. And because my parents weren't assholes, but they got asshole tendencies. Hey, D, I will say a big word and I'll actually spell it out. See, I know what I was talking about. Hey, D, yeah? Spell comment.
But I can't take this shit no more, man.
Boy, my mom used to give me 6-letter words.
And it was, and look, for all you guys that know old school basketball, it was Greg Ostertag versus Allen Iverson. That's what that was. My mom, look, my mom, you ain't shit for that, Marianne. Look, my
that's
mom,
exactly how your parents look at you, like you're a fucking dumbass.
Boy, they did. That's how I got into the whole circle of Johnny had 5 apples. All right, yo, man, your black parents, like, look, I promise, I do this. This is just me, and I know people even had their comments of this. I have the slap them upside the head, keep it moving type of parenting, which is, what is that? What does that say? That says okay, first off, that says Texas. Second of all, I'll make my joke and I'm done.
I mean, look,
I don't go there, I don't revisit it, I don't try to use that moment to tear you down. You know what I mean? You don't do that shit, man. But anyway.
No, I was just going to say there's 2 ways of going about this. You either answer that question correctly, or
hey, Eris, we as black men in our 40s are not going to talk about the times.
Thankfully, that never happened to me. But again, I got the child 2 face with my dad. Like, what the fuck you not like that kind of look? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying,
my balls, sir. Like, what the hell happened?
Look. I am just saying that not all black growing up is created equal. Okay?
It ain't. No, you're right. You're right. But
somewhere in PG County.
Hey, look. But that being said, Chris, I know for hand too. The hand, you gotta have the hand. That's for spacing. No. You see, we talk on like for real. Even to this day, with some of these kids, despite parents not parenting their kids as much
no
as
child left behind,
and no child left behind. We still have some good teachers out here and some good ass parents. And I know what you good ass parents go through. I know what y'all good ass parents go through. Your kid talk about I did this, and that's why I did. And I know what Mr. McCluskey gonna say, but guess what? I know it's gonna say I got a D, but I didn't get the D because I turned it in on time and yada 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 yada. And you have to do this as a parent.
Did I just catch you having fun? Sweet Jesus, Lord have mercy.
I know a couple of kids. I ain't abused, but I can see them walking different. Like, your mama whooped your ass.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Because
your ass said
coming.
Because your ass said 2 + 2 = 5. That's what happened.
I will say this: millennial parents,
and there are people there are legit people that really do believe 2 + 2 = 5.
Yeah, we call those retards. I said it. No, they ain't know it. And this is
sir, it's called Chat GPT for starters. All right, come on. Come on.
Look here, man. Look, Sora is going to ruin the whole earth anyway.
Chris, is also called right-wing hyper-conservative podcasters.
Because apparently, slavery didn't exist according to right wingers, but
and the earth is still flat.
Yeah. If I swim in the Atlantic Ocean, I'm gonna fall off.
And like we all know that Atlantis
is real. What are you talking about?
It's
all a beautiful black woman with tribal tattoos. You see, that's the movie Atlantis from Lost Legacy.
Do you know that there's a group of niggas that's saying that Atlantis is Atlanta? And Atlantis, you see why these niggas say this. They're actually
niggas with 0.5 GPAs. Don't listen to them at all.
Do you know what I'm tired of? I'm shocked at the amount of people who have like maps and charts telling what part of Africa you came from. I'm like, wow. And you did this without DNA? Wow, that's amazing. I could just say I'm from that part of the world, and you just go map. Your people actually ancestral wise.
Well, the great Nas in Belly said, "I'm going back to Africa." So there you go.
And I always been
not enough in the budget to show it, but
Yeah, you know.
Also, was it symbolic of us needing to get back to our roots? Because I could dig that, but you didn't specify that.
Yeah, if I look at my ancestry, I'm gonna laugh, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna laugh. I look at my ancestry, I find out I'm like,
let me get this straight, Nas.
The corner of Africa.
Hold on, you get shot in the leg, Nas, and go, nah, Africa is where we need to be.
No specific place. Just
you do realize that there's wars
in Africa.
The entire continent. Do you do like? Here's the thing that really killed me about black folk, because they think all black folk are the same. You do know there's like different ethnicities and flavor of nigga, right? There's a whole lot of us. Yeah, we're like black people are legit like Pokemon when it comes to the different ranges of Negro that you will come across. So what part of Africa is your people?
Speaking of which, this is how I know that Fletcher wouldn't have did this to a black kid. Let me tell you something. The first
Say what? No, that nigga with cornrows got slapped upside his head once.
Oh no. The first instance he does that, some black kids' parents coming to that school and putting hands on Fletcher.
Well, that's the reason why Fletcher's been in the gym. I mean, them gains, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't beat out unbridled Negro strength. All right.
See how his gains look.
I'm just saying, he got the gains.
Listen here, Chris.
Chris, the point is that he got the gains. Therefore, he has a chance.
But to be fair, though, I will credit the one black kid that looked like he didn't want to deal with any of Fletcher's shit and stayed on 10.
That nigga
So
that looked like Malice.
That.
The nigga that looked like Malice.
Yeah. That man was like, hey, first off, I'm going to play these fucking tunes because I got a scholarship. I ain't fucking this up.
Also, Chris, I don't know about that. You talk about his parents. That's a kid. That's a nigga with got 3 cornrows in his head. He ain't got nothing to lose. He already had Fletcher go upside his.
I mean,
that's a nigga with 3 braids, dog.
Let me build this up. So
you had to tell him a couple of times stop doing something.
Not only so Fletcher picks out this kid because of the plumbing that he did in that class. All right, cool. And then on top of that, he's flipping this guy's pages, loses the man's, the notes and stuff. Yeah. I think Fletcher took the book personally. I think he just snuck and took the book. I personally think that's what happened because I don't know.
I also have this weird feeling that we don't know it, but that was like one of those crazy moments. You just start playing the Dexter music. He hit it. He act like he didn't know where it was at.
This kid literally memorizes it, aces it, and he's on cloud 9 and stuff, right? And this is after the dinner segment. Like, oh man, I got a hot girlfriend. Well, hot girlfriend. Hey, look. Look. Here's the thing. I will give the movie credit. I like the subtlety of it because you can tell, even with his passion for music, he wanted to have a normal life because he saw like these two couple. I was like, he saw a couple at a party or something like that, and you can kind of look on his face like, "Fuck, I wish I was with a girl," and that's how he ends up asking out old girl at the movie theater.
Yeah, he has to.
Supergirl, by the way.
Yeah. Like you ask a cute girl who works at the movie theater, why not?
Yeah, why not? And they realize they both have something in common in terms of not really digging to people at their school. And all right, cool. He's starting to, I guess, for him, it's a situation of he's not really friends with people. He's just very like focused on being a drummer, basically. Like he, even to the point that when he's talking to her, he even points out, hey, my dad says, I don't really stare at people in their face and all that stuff. And it's like, that's how you could tell he's very much just, I won't say he's antisocial. I guess what's the word?
Socially challenged.
No, antisocial.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not on purpose. I don't think it's like he doesn't. I don't think it's like he hates people. I think it's just
no. Antisocial is not meant to be saying that it's like a bad thing. No, just some people are more social than other people. Some people are more what's the word? Introverted than they are extroverted. But then that's weird to say because he just has a disassociation with a lot of other people.
But when
that's people say that's a sign of autism and shit like that. Well, look at him drumming, but
But I mean, that moment when he's telling her why they have to break up. I'm like, bro, like this is worse than just saying let's break up because you got to explain that shit.
You know
That's
what the
like,
weird
damn,
thing
No, but the
is?
way that he broke it down to a science was just
That's what
that's
I'm saying.
worse. That's the thing. That's
But
No,
here's
but
the funny thing.
But put it like
I
this:
have
it might
heard.
have been worse, but he wasn't wrong.
Here's the thing, Eris. I have heard that women would actually rather you do that
That's
than
interesting.
take them
I mean,
through
'cause think about it.
seconds of anything else.
Because really think about it. You're gonna try to balance a relationship at the same time you trying to be the upper echelon of drummers at that school. You heard the words come out of his mouth. I want to be great.
Yeah.
Not one of the greats. I want
Be
to be
great.
great. And I need to take this time. This is 2014, so nobody said that yet. I need to take this time to lock in.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. As soon as the ginger bro came into the fold, he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta lock in now."
Boy, Connor.
Yeah, Connor.
That nigga looked like a Connor. You know that?
Nah, he didn't look like a Connor. He didn't look like a Connor. He looked like what my boy called him with when he was stuck trying to get that thing on right. Yeah, you look like a leprechaun. I'm gonna call you Flannery next. I'm gonna call you Flannery. I was like, yes, he looks like a Flannery. He looks like Flannery. Thank you.
First of all, since you say Connor, it's already bad enough that he was able to upstage your boy Caleb. So,
boy,
I know that's not his name, but he just looked like a Caleb.
Hey, he does look like a Caleb. I ain't gonna lie to him.
I'm mad that he said, "All right, time for Mr. Madison Avenue." I'm like, yo.
Hey, look, that whole scene with them drummers, that was the most unhinged ass shit I have ever seen.
I have seen. Now, hold on, Chris. You have played Sports Like Me. You have seen that before.
Suicides. That's the worst.
Yeah, I've seen it in Suicide, and I've seen it in this. Everybody, we done lost the game. We doing our 25 laps. 25 laps are over. Hey, Stevenson, Shaw, James, why y'all stop running? Oh, because when I wanted y'all to run, y'all wouldn't in the game. So no, you're going to keep running. All the rest of them get to sit down. You know why, right? Do you know why? No, don't cry, Steve. Hey, James, I swear to God, if you start crying, that's 15 more laps.
Oh my God. You're one of those single tier people, aren't you?
Coach Carter.
Exactly. Look. Here's my thing.
He specifies single tier. He didn't even say crying. He said
no, because I'm with him too.
Is that what it is, man? Do I look like a double fucking rainbow to you?
When he said that, I was like,
oh God, you about to get chewed out.
Because I know what he sees. Like, really? Because I did this to my kids when they were little. Like, really? A tear. That's it. A tear. That's how mad you are.
when he said, first of all, when he starts grilling them and telling them, it's like you're dragging, you're rushing, you're dragging, you're rushing. All right, stop this. He already hurled a symbol at him first.
No,
first
of
all,
was the chair.
That was the chair.
No, it was the chair. But he did throw something. The second time around. But anyways, when he hurled a chair at him, and he's still trying to get him to understand, like, dude, you're not even in my tempo. Like, not quite my tempo. You're not right. Like, you're not there. A little bit more on the 15th. Okay, you're not doing it again. Like, you're slow. Like you're he's like, you're rushing. He's like, you're rushing. Like, dude, he is stopping him at every possible turn. Now, when he finally breaks it down to him and says, he says, okay, I need you to count. He goes,
no, Harris, you missed the part. that walk, that strong walk.
I need to count for them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God! Do it your.
No,
you know how to play it then.
No. When he said I need you to count, he was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, listen. This is why.
Was I fast or was I dragging?
He's like, was I fast? He was like, was I rushing or was I dragging? Do it like counting again. Like 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Rush it. Good God, you know what it is.
All right, so now you know the difference.
Hey, listen, this is why I felt all this abuses that Andrew was taking. Look, there are perfect moments of something being resolved from it when he's sitting there. Bear in mind, okay, they're at an event. He's just all over the place. He forgets his book at the rental car place. He has to go back.
He forgot his sticks, not the book.
Yeah, sticks. Yeah, sticks.
No. You forgetting the most important part. We had Peter Cullen make an entrance in this movie going, I am Optimus Prime. My man showed up at the recital, a whole concussion, glass in his ear and neck.
The way he was doing the drums, where he was like, here's the fucked up part. If the drumsticks didn't come out of his hands, he actually was doing pretty good and sticking around with it with the concussion, CTE and all. He was still. I'm like, oh shit.
Chris, I hate to be this person, but as you notice, guys, his blood was splattering all over the kit and on some of the students, indicating that your pain and struggle being displayed in front of people can also lash out and hurt them as well. That's what D got.
The symbolism, if you will, that's being displayed here.
Listen. When he told him, "You're done," I remember the first time watching, I'm like, okay, he's gonna probably be sad and maybe cry. When he kicked that drum set and just fucking Goldberg speared his ass, I was like, yes. Yes.
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as he kicked the drum out of the way,
that's how you know J.K. Simmons is white, because a black dude would have been able to fucking roll cancel past that shit and been like, all right, not today, boy.
Kicks the drum out of the way. I swear, J.K. heard it too late, but he's kept it going. Yo, Andrew smooth tackled him with the quickness.
I don't blame him, because you do all this shit for this man, and like, this is the net result. I would choke him out too.
Real talk. I got into a car accident. I literally left the scene of a car accident.
Avis is going to eat me alive.
And because I dropped my stick, while we're playing. You're ready to cut me.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah. Here's me. That, and you have O negative all over these drum set. You are a medical hazard at this point, if you ask me. I don't know if you got hepatitis or not.
Look,
I don't want to find out either.
Look, the blood that you're seeing on the drums, the cymbals, the guitar, the tuba, sir. This is how I win.
Here's the fucked up part about it. This is a subtle thing. So, a scene before that, he mentions a kid, Sean Casey. It was a former student of his. Great. I think he was like a jet. What was it? Was he like a? No, he wasn't a drummer. He was a saxophone or something like that. I think.
Saxophonist.
Yeah, saxophonist. Great saxophonist, whatever. And he's like, oh, he died in a car accident and stuff, right? Then later on, after Andrew chokes out Fletcher and stuff, and cuts to the next scene, the lawyer basically says, "Oh, Sean Casey didn't die from a car accident. He actually hung himself."
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's damning as fuck.
I kind of saw that coming when he started talking about him on it. And I was thinking to myself, there ain't no way in the world that's just like, oh, he died nicely. Nah, that sounds like a nigga that hung himself.
She said he hung himself because of anxiety and depression. I was like, oh God.
So I'm sorry. Hi, I'm an audience member in 2014 that doesn't believe in therapy yet. What do you mean?
But I mean, when you think about what Fletcher did, it's like I can see how that does put somebody in a position of like being depressing and depressive.
I mean,
Just you're muted, D.
I was gonna say one scene in particular though, Chris. It's the part where that we had to sit here and play musical drums because it's him and the other two drummers that are
dude,
literally
that was till what is it till 2 a.m. or some shit?
Yeah, it started at like 10 o'clock. They went all the way to 2 o'clock in the morning, all of them covered in sweat.
Nigga.
You know, like hands bleeding. And
bear in mind, by the way, Miles Teller actually went through the process of learning how to play drums. So all that shit is him.
No. Miles Teller was already
he was already a drummer.
He was already in a band before he came in.
Actually,
that was the thing I wanted to mention. J.K. Simmons already did a little short film for this anyway before this movie became a bigger film. Mm-hmm. He already did this before. And they asked, like, could you do this? He's like, I went to a school, I went to a music school. I want to do this. Like, he really, really wanted to do it. And they're like, who they got? They got Miles. And he found like Miles been playing in every little gym band and school band ever since he was 8 years old. And then on top of that, to give Miles his credit, he did pretty much every scene you've seen drama. He did it. Here's the thing, though. There are times where, that wasn't him. That was obviously a studio drummer. The problem about that was whoever did it was under the union, and they can't put their name out there. So they're not going to get credited for it. They did this out, this is non-union work, and they did it out union, which is crazy because you hear in the movie, like, if you do this, guys, you can get a contract to Blue Note. If you're a Blue Note musician, that's a lifetime job. MCA, that's a lifetime job, nigga. Mm-hmm. So, but it's ironic in this movie, they probably got somebody from Blue Note. Yeah, this is outside the union, so you can't put your name on this. So they said there were two people that did it. Whoever did it was good, and they did real good to make it look good. Now, here's the thing, though. When you see especially at the end of the movie, especially around the end of the movie, in some scenes where it was really, really intense, give it up to the dude who won an award for best editor in this movie who did that. He said all that was a look about like sleight of hand. Everything that you see in this movie, 99% of the movement is actually Miles. The rest is just really, really good editing.
I mean, that's the visuals and just the pain in him trying to get the tempo. Like, I'm like, I know that shit had to fucking hurt your wrist and just like, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's the part I love.
You're doing this at like 10 times like the rate of speed. And
dude, it's like, take the fucking torture scene from Metal Gear Solid where you're doing
where you gotta mash.
Now you gotta do it with drums. Like, you gotta do it with drums. That's and you gotta do that and this nigga was doing this shit for like 3-4 hours at a time.
Or Chris, no, I can keep it the music. It's like playing a DDR song on heavy and it's nothing but scales.
Nigga.
And you know what
song was it? What song was that? Was it never mind. I'm not even gonna fucking
or if you play or for anybody that plays Beatmania 2DX, not A from DDR, but double A. That song that song has a part where it's just all scales.
You might as well be playing a piano at that point, honestly.
Yeah, because your fingers are like literally going back and forth over the keys. The other one I think was Dirty of Loudness and the Geki no Key, all scales, and it's just dude. Doing that for 10 seconds.
It's the
10 seconds.
That's how it is with musicians, period. Musicians, even the singers, it's repetitive. You have to hit that note every single time.
Man, his fingers are bleeding, like you said. His dad is like, "Where'd you get that injury from?" "Oh, it's just drums. I'm fine." No.
And that's even one of those.
Did my hand, man.
And even down to the point where, like in the beginning scene where he was saying not quite my tempo, there's a reason why. Because if you see how, not at the end of the movie where he killed it, but in the beginning where it's like 1, 2, it goes right in. I need that thing to snap as soon as it goes in. So I need you to hit that note every time. James Brown was very, very noting of that. He'd be like, do that again. No.
If you think about it, because
we just gonna be here until this nigga understand how to do this shit. And
because here's the thing,
James Brown went through a lot of people doing that.
If you think about it, like if you're somebody that I'm not gonna say you don't have an ear for music, but like the average person is gonna be like, the fuck's he talking about? It sounded fine. But if you have somebody like J.K., Fletcher, that's very he has a thing for like subtle shit, he's gonna notice like they said, the dragging and all that stuff. He's gonna notice that, like, hold up, whoa, what the fuck is going on here?
What did it for me was watching the show Ink Master. Did that to me.
Oh yeah,
because I used to watch Ink Master and I used to stay saying like, y'all hard as shit. By the time I got to episode maybe like 18, I don't care for drama on reality shows. I was just there for the art, all the tattoos. Yeah. By the time I got to 18, he's like, look at your line work on this. What type of line work? Here's me. His line work look like shit. See all that now by the naked eye. Anybody look at it like that's a pretty tattoo. It's like, why is that on the side so wide? Why is that right there?
Yeah,
that whole placement. First off, what part of the leg is that on? You know what I mean? Like you have to look at all that. That's why it's funny. Anytime me and Eris are like at like a anime convention or whatever, and we're looking at certain people's art, we're like, yo, what's the fuck going on with the placement? Look at that shit. I mean, it still look good. I mean, I put it on my wall, but let's just be really. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. But wait.
And then there was that time. And then there was that one time where it was I think it was either me and it was either Chris and I or D and I. We walked by and saw this one booth. I just looked all the way up at that one piece of art at the top, and I said, "Does that look like AI to you?"
Hey, look.
That's always the worst.
And then,
that's always the worst.
I was like, that I don't want to call nobody out, but that just looks like AI.
Be real.
14 hours later, that booth was taken down because it was confirmed that was all AI art.
And I think look, out of all three of us, Eris went to art school, so he knows. So I would never debate Eris like, hey, AI. Eris gonna look at me like, fuck you, that's AI art.
I will say this, being an old taku.
Shout out to Mr. Malkeshua.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be honest.
That man probably at home sitting back like, it's some bullshit AI art. What the fuck is this?
I sat down here, did all this damn work.
All these kids.
My kids ain't gonna eat tonight.
Dude, I'll never forget
to that man.
All the way to DC, you make no money.
I'll never forget that crap. That was legit AI art that was being peddled at a convention that we were all at.
I think
somebody really attempted this, and they got caught on the first day.
I think it's crazy though how we sat through this whole movie trying like the whole build up when they came to him and they pretty much sued Fletcher right out of his job.
Yeah.
And time passes, everything's all right. The fact that Joker I didn't notice that. That was
Supergirl.
But the thing that gets me is my man's just walking through New York. Nice. I'm sorry, who's playing?
It's like
Fletcher. Nigga walks in, and I fucking hate I fucking hate people for this. For all that rage, the piano. Doom, 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 doom. Like, this nigga's smooth, man. This nigga's smooth, bro. That's crisp. I love it. That's jazz. Fuck, he saw me.
It's that one moment when the entrance suddenly gets crowded and you can't get out.
Hey, where's the door?
I gotta be real.
That door might as well have been 50 feet away. And it was like 5 people blocking
that door. That door was 2 feet away from him, jacked all the way up to the ceiling.
Hey, listen, that conversation with Andrew and Fletcher, and I like that. You know what, D? I agree with you. D was like, that whole line with Fletcher where I was like, I was just trying to get the best out of you. I'm like, that's a crock of shit.
That's what a lot. All right. Good example of this is this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said that he was only just trying to get the best drummer that he's seen in his life, right?
Well, that was a load of shit.
Got a violent drummer out of it. I can tell you that.
Here's my thing. One of the things that makes me sad about Kobe Bryant's death was Kobe had a realization. Is when he was coaching his daughter. His daughter's team were some nasty little girls. These girls were mean. They all came up under Kobe mentality. And Kobe said to a couple few folk, maybe I'm a little bit too hard. And he meant that. But he meant that. It was like, maybe the way I came up ain't the way that you need to come up. And that he said it in that type of sense.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to tweak this whole thing of Mamba mentality.
But at the same time,
he knew how it messed him up. You know what I mean?
At the same time, D, do more.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Do more.
Here's the thing. Kobe still is probably asking to do more. But Dad, my ankle.
We can do more.
No. It's like this. Instead of doing more, we can stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like it will be the thing. Like his daughter still makes it to the WNBA or whatever, but he'd be like this. You did right, Kobe. You did, you know what I mean? Like you did this right. You didn't let so that's the whole point. That's the whole point of doing it. So when you hear Ike Turner talk about Tina, he was still obviously still on a little bit on drugs. So you really can't really take down on that. Joe is the one I look at. Because Joe, why he didn't take no credit. You know, Eris. It's like, first off, why is there a mic in front of you? You know what I mean? That's like anytime they come, well, you know how I treated Michael and the boys. First off, nigga, fuck you. like honestly, you see what I'm saying? Why do we want to hear it? You were never remorseful for what you did with your kids. And it wasn't just Michael. It was all of them. You see what I'm saying?
You know,
and the same can be said for Fletcher too.
I was just gonna say, according to Mike, Marlon got it the worst.
Actually, LaToya got it the worst. I think LaToya got
it. I would say
nobody cares about LaToya Jackson.
No. I was saying Marlon. When it comes to all six
of the boys, yeah.
When it comes to the boys, Marlon got it worse. He got it worse so bad that the man literally tries to compete with his brother. He looked at Mike as his competition.
That is
looking at Marlon like
body roll thing, bro.
That actually, what I've learned as a parent, when your kids start having competitions with each other, that's a sign of you being a bad parent. That is actually they say it's a textbook. Now I'm not talking of the little sibling rivalry of I got your ass, sis. No, you don't. I ain't talking about that little cute stuff. I'm talking about fuck that nigga. When it's like that, and we all seen some brothers and sisters where it's like that. That's a complete sign of their parents failed them.
Marlon mentality competing with Mike.
No risk, no reward.
He was on that stage.
You're gonna get all this.
Here's Mike.
No, let him tire his ass out.
The sad part is
he on coke. He ain't gonna stop. Let's stop this shit.
Here's the sad part. He had to deal with dancing rivalry from Marlon.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had to deal with jealous rivalry from Jermaine.
Oh, damn.
When Thriller came out,
the third best singer in the family.
When Thriller came out, bro,
the third best.
That's why I think it was at the Grammys. And that night at the Grammys, when he won 8 Grammys and took them joints home, I'll never forget it. Mike pointed. He said, first of all, I want to thank like all my brothers, like including Jermaine. He did that. I laughed. I said, yo, the level of sass.
I mean, it's deserved, Sass. Be real.
Oh, it was.
Jermaine sat there.
And he was there.
Jermaine sat there.
Jermaine catches strays.
Or it was probably two things. It was probably the J. Cole F you look, or it was this look that people in the 80s did a lot.
God laughed in pain. God laughed in pain.
Pain's everywhere. Pain is everywhere. Michael's my brother. Look, now these are not sunglasses.
You gonna cry in the car. You gonna cry in that limousine.
I got. Hold on. Look at Barry Gordon's daughter. Come on, give me the bed, bitch. Come on. I need it. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I can't be here.
Like, bitch, I am.
He's still on stage talking. I need to get out of here.
Like, bitch, I am writing The Last Dragon. I don't need this shit right now.
Eris, what's the song? Let's get serious. Was that
it was Let's Get Serious
and give me my Coke.
That man got T-Mac in the fucking limo watching this motherfucker cry like I'm trying to write a goddamn movie.
Look, T-Mac over here. Man, we got all these Filipino girls up in here. Where you at, man?
That man ain't beat.
Sorry. No. We got it wrong. Man, I got all these Laotian girls up in here. I know what you said, Eris. Damn, was it a Tuesday? Shut up. You're wrong. Anyway.
Hey, look. I just came. Hey, look, a couple of weeks ago, I came from Urban Action Fest. Look, there's something to be said about how Black famous gets you a lot of people in line to see you, including a lot of Gen X Black women that want to see you. So, yeah.
I don't want to see. Look, Eric, Chris, I do. But I'm not in no rush to see a line full of Denise's, Renee's.
I mean, you accurate as fuck.
Tammy.
And about three Reebies.
Nigga.
And the way you spell Reebie is different on between all three of them. Sharon. There's one named Sharon.
Nah, but bro.
Hold on. Let's give out two more names.
Karen.
Nah, not Karen.
No. Karyn.
Aha.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Good one.
Vicky.
Yeah, Vicky.
Yeah, Vicky. Did we say Denise?
She still got the short hair like she the old girl from fucking Total and shit.
There's a Pam. Oh, there's a Pam.
Pam. It's a Keisha.
There's a Keisha. There's a Keisha. And the mask, what type? Takesha, LaKeisha?
Dude, so also I go ahead.
Keisha is the Evie of the Negro world. Anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So check this out, gentlemen. So as you know, after Andrew completely abandoned drumming and everything, because dude literally pretty much got coerced. He got coerced into testifying against Schaefer, which got him fired. And God, dude, so why is it that when he actually sees him at that club, right? Mm-hmm. And when he's telling them the whole story about how Joe Jones allegedly threw a symbol at Charlie Parker, and he was like, that's my whole thing, is I've been trying to create, the next Charlie Parker. He did say one thing that I thought was interesting, and I do believe that this can be applied to almost anything today. Mm-hmm. He said, why he threw it at him? Because, you don't know what he did? Sure, he went home. He felt embarrassed. They laughed him out of the theater and everything. Went home, cried himself to sleep. But you want to know what he did the next morning? Practiced. He practiced with the intention of never being laughed at ever again. And that happened. And, and you just got to think, imagine if Jones didn't throw that symbol at him. And he just said, hey, you know what, Parker, it's okay. It's all right. You did fine. Good job. Okay. It happens to all of us. The level of perfection that would come from Parker would have never happened had that not happened. And he said, the worst thing that any musician could ever hear, knowing that they messed up, is good job. It's all right. You did a good job. And I said, you know what? As a DJ, I agree with this. Like, you both know that I am my own worst critic when it comes to how I do my sets. Because half the time, you know, sure, do I got the crowd moving? Yeah. Do they like what they hear? Yeah. Do they even notice that if I ever messed up on something? Probably. Do they care? No. But the one person that does care is me. I'm my own worst critic. People can come up to me and say, "Hey man, great set, awesome set, dude, you killed it. That was it, blah 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 blah." You know, jerk, you know, all that, and I'm like, and I'm just sitting back. I'm like, yeah, thanks, I appreciate it. I'll come right to the two of you. I'm like, dude, that was horrible.
It's fucking trash.
Dude, absolute trash. What was I thinking? Why did I think that would work? I practiced this.
It's like I did nothing. It's like, I mean, it was fine.
And I'm like, they like this?
Well, Aries, as you know, sometimes
I think that's something different. I think satisfaction is a little bit different.
No.
I think you're talking more about satisfaction than actual practice.
No.
Aries, the reason why they clapped and jumped up and down and danced, and a couple of them got laid that night, was because you practice. And I keep telling you that. And Aries go, they ain't jump high enough, nigga.
Yes.
Well, Aries,
my point.
Let that be your motivation. Don't sit there and act like you ain't good, nigga. That's the shit that pisses me and Chris off.
Here come this little bitch ass nigga. Here I go. Nobody's gonna come.
First off, sir, I ain't saying little bitch ass. I'm just saying.
I know, right? I should hurl a brick at Steve.
He called you a whole ass bitch.
Hey.
Wow.
I just said.
Chris. Like,
no,
yeah,
I just say.
Fuck that nigga.
I just say this guy. Which technically is kind of sort of like, look at this bitch ass nigga. So you might be right,
Chris.
This guy for Chris is
a dog whistle.
That is his way of calling you bitch.
It's a dog whistle. I know it is.
Okay, so I have only one problem about the Charlie Parker story. I just looked it up. Yeah, that actually happened.
Yeah.
Bird was a teenager when that happened.
Oh shit.
All right. That is on the equivalent of Michael Jordan being cut from his basketball team in middle school.
Okay.
I thought it was his high
What
school
you like that, yeah. So Mr. Fletcher, what you did was abuse.
Yes, he did.
What happened to Charlie was way different than what happened to you. What happened to Charlie was he was humiliated. Humiliated, and it wasn't because like some teacher that he was. It wasn't the influence that shot him down. It was everybody else. That could be a powerful motivator. You know what I mean? It came from a different way. You're the teacher telling the student that they're not good enough is not the same thing to me.
Yeah.
To me, this is just coming from me because I have seen bad coaching and I've seen bad parenting, and that is the essence of that shit. Because I get where you want to keep that kid motivated and all the rest of that, but let's just keep it real. It's a thin gray line that habitually gets stepped on and dust pulled on top of it, so you don't know where it's at, and that easily slips into verbal abuse. That easily slips into that kid not talking to you no more. That easily slips into it's a slippery slope. If you're going to do some of these tactics, at least this is the big thing I get from this. If you're going to do some of these tactics, you have to have a caring hand, because if you don't, you're just going to be narcissistic. And you're just going to be a narcissistic twat that thinks they can beat up on children, because at that point, that's what you become. And the results are not going to be this kid who's an amazing drummer. The results are going to be my amazing drummer hung himself.
I mean, but that's the thing too.
That's where it is.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about the whole movie, and it does drive a big argument, and it's worth to have this argument too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, man, gotta have a dream, though.
I'm just saying. See, this is the this is the other thing.
This is sick.
No, let's be real, Chris. This is where it comes from. Look, we all love hitting this thing of, oh man, it's a different type of world. No, we got two pairs on us, and we all have the same motivation. I'll be goddamn if you taking my spot, nigga. Now, yes, with black people, it's fish in a barrel. In situations like this is pure fucking manipulation.
Oh no, like
now, how's the results? The results is this little kid is probably going to get signed with somebody. This kid might be touring the world with somebody big. Yes, that's the result in it. But let's just keep it real. What did you take away from that child?
Here's the kicker about the manipulation, though. They had that conversation. He says, "I knew you the one that testified against me, and that's why I got fired." Right?
That part was funny. Because I I bet his ass no. I told myself.
The manipulation is him bringing him on to play with the band as a drummer, and it's for a song that he knows nothing about, and he flops on stage, and he goes backstage, and he's like, "Yeah, I got my lick back." But
I mean, he kind of had.
Yeah, here's the thing though. I like how he turned it around and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get my lick back. Go ahead and play Caravan."
Now,
and I like how that motherfucker's like, "Fuck you, we're not." Okay, I guess we're playing Caravan.
All right, I guess we're playing Caravan. Got in, dude. The lock in.
Oh, he was locked in. That was on some Ultra Instinct shit.
The lock in was like, son, Rubik's Cube has been solved. Check this. Like, watch me work. First of all, I believe he got his sensu bean power boost when he tried to call Nicole back after not talking to her and breaking up with her. And he's like, "Hey, why don't we get together? We can have some pizza, just talk about how much we hate our schools and yada, yada, yada." And she goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to check on my boyfriend and see like, what's the name of it? The JVCs." I'm like, yo, the move on was quick.
I mean, look, hey man, look, I will say this. There's some women out here they do not like the guy that sits there and just circles back. That's
sir, bag fumbled.
Oh yeah, there's no run back once you botch something like that up.
I get it. I get it. You wanted to let her go so that you can lock in. I get it. Lock in was everything, but sir, this is a bag. You just fumbled that.
What happened was when he walked out, got to his dad. That was a moment. I will say that was a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Son, I'm sorry. And then it hit him. I'm at the edge. The fuck am I doing?
Let's go.
He turned around. When I saw him turn around, I'm like, is this about to? No, now I gotta tell y'all guys.
It's the Charlie Parker.
This has been a couple of moments. It's been a couple of movies. Not a lot of them. But there's been quite a few movies in my life where I will see a moment where it's like, movie, are you about to do what I think you're about to do?
Mm-hmm.
That nigga walked out there, started immediately playing like, come on, let's go. I'll play you in. Well, I'll play you in.
He was like, I'll cue you in. Dude, you tell him dude on bass, I'm going to cue you in. Like telling everybody else, I'm going to cue you in. You tell him Fletcher, I'm going to cue you in.
That nigga looked at him like sideways, like the fuck are you doing?
No, because Fletcher heard. Now I got to be real with you. This is not me acting like, "Ooh, I knew." No, I hate niggas that do that shit. But I was hearing how he was playing. I'm like, this shit is I know what he's doing. This nigga's gathering everything in. He gathered that fucking beat and like, woo! Threw that shit in the Whiplash. I'm like, oh my God, you did all this in one take, did y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all did all this in one take and all that. When he broke it down, I love how the lights dimmed out and then they just go back to him. You just see him drumming and drumming and drumming. Now, yes, this was all good editing. And I got to be real with you at that point. Nah, that wasn't Miles Teller. That was one of the studio the drummers that you got to do that shit. But that being said, this is where it gets really art because all you see is the sweat. You see blood, see sweat. You see that one big blood splatter hit the motherfucking drum kit, and it's like, does he break it out? And then you see your boy and the part I love the most, and I don't know about y'all, but this is why I like this movie's perfect. The motherfucking symbol falls.
Yeah, when the symbol collapses.
He put it back up. You got it. And he like this. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Bring it down. Bring that shit down. Bring it down.
Bring it down. And all you just hear is
and I love how they did that. I love how they did that part. They just like bring it up.
Bring it up.
I'm like, yo. I'm like,
then when he's like cute and like, oh, he's signaling everybody else. Oh God, yeah,
I like it. Now the movie does this brilliant thing. They show Fletcher, but this is what they show. They just show this. You just see his cheeks move up. That's all you see. You just notice that his cheeks moved up, and you go back to Drew. He's like this. Senpai, I did it, did I? I did it, did I, sir? Stop being it. Hey, Netherman, stop being a faggot. Let's bring it in. Credits, like perfect. Nigga, I clapped for a full minute. I'm like, that's how you do it.
What we didn't see is Paul Reiser in the corner.
Okay, bitch, you said it.
No, for real. Because
Paul Reiser,
I gotta be real.
Father that's been supporting his son through everything. Now he's like, this motherfucker gonna go back to this goddamn teacher.
No, but you know what else that was? It was this little nigga is amazing. I shot that out.
Let me say.
I mean, yeah.
Let me.
That was it was actually a proud father moment that was wrapped in a.
Let me say, for the record, gentlemen, for anyone that watched this for the first time, yeah, it would throw you off. You really wouldn't think too much of it. Like, you wouldn't think too much of it. Going back for the second, third, fourth, fifth time around, hearing the Charlie Parker story, I'm going, movie, you almost gave yourself away.
I know, right?
You almost gave yourself away.
It did.
Because what just happened after hearing that story is what happens at that concert. Dude humiliates him by giving him a song he knows nothing about and thinking, yeah, I've been humiliated. Like, I'm like, I gotta leave and I gotta try to, like, am I just gonna focus and come back again tomorrow, next time, or some other? Wait a minute, Fletcher, I know what you're doing. Watch me work.
Hey, look.
Yeah,
look.
it's like I like
you getting your Charlie Parker right now.
Hey,
there are moments. Now we get this in sports a lot. We see this in sports a lot. Third quarter, you've been playing like pure shit. Sit down. Here come the fourth quarter. I'm telling everybody what's going on. Hey, Waterman, come here. Hey, Waterman, get off the court. Waterman, get off the court. And now see, I hear the referee blow the whistle. I'm gonna give this nigga 4 minutes. Then, like, Atler Harris, you kill it. You kill it. 6 minutes later, the other team takes a timeout. You walk over to me. Just like nigga, I ain't gotta tell you shit.
Hey, look, listen.
That's what that is.
Listen,
and Chris, we talked about this with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was the king of that.
Hey,
Vince McMahon hated it when you went off script. Because there's some shit where Vince was, all right, good example of what I learned about Mickey James not too long. Mickey James did a little like that, right? Vince had every right. Do you know that we cannot show this match ever again? What are you talking about? No, we can't. We can't. I edit that out. We have to edit out the whole match. Do you know what you just did? Like, there are sometimes, yeah. And then there's sometimes where Vince is like, you better not do it. And then you do it. Here's Vince. Oh, yeah. It hit, because if it did it, you would have got fired.
Oh, no. This is a good one. Bubba and Devon. if the match in WrestleMania didn't go over with the Hardy Boys, they went, I think, 3 minutes over the match.
4 minutes. They went 4 minutes.
4 minutes over the match. 1 foot behind Gorilla, and Vince was in Devon's face like, you motherfuckers are lucky. The audience loved that shit because I would have fired your ass immediately for that shit.
Oh, no, for real.
That's real.
Vince said, no, what was that? God, it was the I forgot what match it was with Triple H and Mick Foley. And Vince said, okay, guys, you're not going to do whatever. As soon as he walked over, he left. Triple H go, yeah, we're doing that spot. It's like, and Mick, like, you know me, I just want to make the show good. I'm like, all right, let's do it, but we got to make it good. And Triple H like, yeah, we got it.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is this.
So I'm with that. And Kevin Owens was actually an example of this too. Unfortunately, yeah, I get it. Fuck Vince for what he did to Kevin Owens with a little bit of this shit, but he was doing the same thing with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens like, what I gotta do, Vince? What I gotta do, Vince? And Vince's whole thing was, why are you coming to me for that?
Just do it.
Like, why am I just dead? His whole thing was just doing. I forgot what it was that he just did, and that's how Kevin Owens pretty much got a job for life in WWE. I forgot what he did.
Listen.
Vince was like, that's what I wanted.
All I'm saying is,
oh yeah, you get that.
Fletcher to Andrew at the end of the movie.
Good.
Speaking of which, Miles Teller, I feel like Miles Teller and my boy, nigga that played Kylo Ren. I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Shit. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Those two niggas. God, I'm blinking. Adam Driver. Jesus.
Adam Driver.
Yeah, but I feel like Miles Teller and Adam Driver were the two millennials that came out of the 2010s going, oh, none of you bitches are established actors. Don't know how that happened to y'all. I'm an 80s baby that did his. Seriously, those are the two best white millennials out of that decade to me, man. I think they both did good. Miles Teller to me is underrated. I'm not a fan of his shit, but he's a good actor.
Miles Teller
is a good actor, man.
Miles Teller, I think me and Sue talked about this. The mark of a good actor. Actually, no, I think all three of us talked about this at various points during our podcast history. The mark of a good actor is if you somehow still have a thriving career after a shit movie. Miles Teller did that horrible ass Fantastic Four movie. That would have killed anybody's fucking career. And yet him and Michael B came out.
And Michael B came out on fire. I think what saved Miles was the fact that he was I don't think he was nominated for this one, but he was in this movie, you know, he was in Whiplash. He's a star of Whiplash, you know what I mean? His work, he's more of an artistic actor, you know, where the acting has to come from like a raw center, where it's like the divorce is here, but you're still gonna love me. Like actually, DJ Sue, he was in Eternity, wasn't he?
The Eternals.
No, he was in
Eternity.
Yeah, he was in Eternity.
Yeah,
he was in Eternity.
Yeah, like Miles is still doing work. Good for him.
Even look, I ain't a fan of Divergent films, but he was actually pretty good in those films.
I knew he was in it, but
he was supporting. But it's like,
yeah, I know. I remember.
He's actually the better.
I see both of the movies and I don't remember nothing about them.
Like, how you in all those movies? And I'm like, you're the better actor than the main actress.
Yes,
like,
he was. Who was the main actor? I forgot who the main actor was.
Was it Shirley whatever? She was supposed to be Mary Jane in the Sony Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Where Eris goes, face.
Yeah. Ginger. Something like that. This little bit. I remember like
what the Spider-Man games?
No, Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man. No, they got it right with with my girl Emma. So,
but but JK, I think the movie, Whiplash, it won. JK won for Best Supporting Actor, and then the movie won for Best Sound.
Correct?
Yeah, no. What we say?
I said, no, my bad. I actually messed you up.
No, it
but I don't
it won best sound mixing, which makes sense because I mean it's music, but better with it. And then best film editing, which gotta admit the editing is pretty good in this movie, straight up. Like,
all right, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, my bad.
But the screenplay got nominated though, which makes sense, and it also was nominated for best picture, which that year makes sense because I mean, so it's this is one of those movies. It's that for an hour 45 minute, it goes by like straight to the point. So, but like I said, it created it was an interesting time to be on social media when this movie came out because the amount of conversations and such was interesting.
Yeah, it's a conversation, and I think it's a really important conversation to have. Like when it comes to anybody that's under stress like that, when you are trying to make literal gold, the movie Him should have been like that. In a way, I'm not saying it need to be like this because y'all know you're trying to do horror.
Oh shit!
There need to be more elements of showing you stripping of you trying to shred off what you are to become better. There need to be more of that. They didn't show none of that in that movie, you know that.
I totally forgot this was the year that this 2014 was weird because you got the conversation around Whiplash, Birdman, great movie, love it.
Birdman was a good movie, yes.
But we had another movie that sparked conversation, American Sniper. I remember the discourse around
Oh my God. Was cool. That was the last hurrah of any red colored movie.
And then in the middle of all that was another movie. Was it Richard Linklater? Was it Boyhood?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, Boyhood. Which was Boyhood. That was a big movie because that was the movie that like he actually filmed over the course of like I think 10 plus years because he filmed the same kid as he grew up over time. That was like I guess it was one of those little thought-provoking movies where they was like, hey, we're doing something experimental, and I'm like, all right, cool,
sure, I guess
it's Richard Linklater, but you know, then he has Selma, so hey,
Selma was out that year,
yeah. But anyways, that's Whiplash. What we got next?
All right, guys. So I got a question. Do y'all guys want to do action? No, not action. Do y'all guys want to do a cinema that is action? Mm-hmm. Do you want to do cinema that is anime? Or do you want to do cinema that is comedy? Or do you want to do cinema that is dramatic? I know we just did
dramatic. So
let's just take that off. So you got comedy, anime, and action.
Anime.
Yeah, anime. Spice it up.
It's time for us to finally talk about a movie that really means a whole lot to anime and how it is built and how it's been seen and what it basically it was one of another big entrance point to a lot of people out here on the West. We're finally going to talk about Ghost in the Shell. The original Ghost in the Shell. I am a fan of the series. I'm more of a fan of the Solid State series. Solid State was freaking the whole TV series. Be honest with you, wonky, entertaining as hell for me though. It was wonky. It ain't that great.
The one that was on Netflix?
No, the one that came. The one on Netflix was butt. Both of them were butt. I watched every single episode and loved it.
You mean standalone complex? You mean
standalone complex on Adult Swim?
Yeah, it was basically standalone complex was the extension of what that first movie was. Basically.
Yeah, it's wonky, but it's good to me.
There's standalone complex and then Second Gig. Second Gig was when it got really good.
Second Gig definitely took it.
Second Gig to me is better and yet worse.
It's like, a lot. Yeah, Second Gig has a lot going on.
The stories and the action was a whole hell of a lot better. But I hate to be that person. Those last 5 episodes of finding out who Laughing Man was tense.
I will tell
you, that was more tense than the standoff with those Chinese robots, and then that really deep scene with the head robot and the major all having robot sex or just by touching each other's hands. They didn't have robot sex. Well, you know what I mean.
Ghost in the Shell is one of those movies where, yeah, if you were getting into anime, it was one of those whoa, like your Neo in the Matrix kind of moments. Like, what is animation and stuff? And that's how a lot of Gen X anime fans were, where they were like, "See, this is animation, not that fucking cartoon crap here in America. That's kind of the mentality that people
and you
had
want to know
at the time.
Hang on.
And you want to know what
Wait
made
a
it
second,
better? You want to know what? I'm sorry, real quick, Harris. You want to know what made that better? All those niggas that said that shit couldn't tell you the plot of Ghost in the Shell. Go ahead, Harris. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, God, break out the muscle cream real quick. Look at the cinematic perfection that is Akira. Critics say that Akira makes Blade Runner look like Disney World.
Let me tell you something real quick.
One of the as a Wachowski brother, I have to say I love dresses.
Brother.
And I do love you. You fucked that up. I was trying to do it. I'm doing it in the time frame. What I love? Ghost in the Shell, because that means you could be anything or anything you want. How great would it be just to chop your dick off?
I just want to point out something here. Ghost in the Shell.
Hopefully we don't get sued by a black woman.
I'm just gotta be look. I ain't saying nothing to the Wachowskis because they both them broads, they do really good work. I'm not mad at them. I didn't like the new one, but you know what? The new one was made earnestly, and I can say it wasn't made for no cash grab to me. It felt like y'all really wanted to make something. You know what I mean? I can at least say that. But I just think
it's being something.
But here's the thing, Harris. Here's the thing.
They didn't have a hand on that new one, did they?
They did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote it. Yes, they wrote that.
Live action?
Yes, The Matrix.
Oh, I thought you meant Ghost in the Shell live
God
action.
damn, no. Good Lord, no.
God,
that new one, I don't know what
AI
machine made that.
Ironically, considering that is about...
That's what it was.
AI made it.
Yo, let me tell you something about Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, look, Chris, now you say it out loud. Now I feel like Ghost in the Shell might be a little bit too old for us to talk about.
Not Ghost in the Shell.
Like old people problems.
Like anime at that time, right? If Akira really had people kind of like clutching pearls, a segment of people clutching pearls at the violence, right? Showing Ghost in the Shell to someone and they just see a nude woman turning invisible, they're like, what the fuck are you showing me? It is jarring to certain people. I ain't gonna lie. It is like not to me because I'm just like, hey, it's anime, whatever, right? But like some people really get kind of like, what the fuck am I watching? Because I'm like, it's anime. Like,
you remember that famous scene when Bato and the Major are talking?
Yeah.
And they really want to show how deep and how dense that world is, and you hear the little and they show all the city where it's raining and all the rest of that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have been in that movie theater, guys, with all those American critics. How hard you think the niggas was masturbating?
Depends.
That scene, because that scene is gorgeous. To see the city, they went into the city, the music hitting with it, and it's all, and like Eris always say, it's all done by these mitts. All of it done by that. Like I said, how many critics in that room were feverishly like I mean,
if you think about the time period, if you look at reviews of Akira and Ghost in the Shell, critics were really kind of like jerking themselves off, like they were somehow like enlightened by these movies. It doesn't mean the movies were terrible or anything, but they were really like,
that's good old Western, we stupid Japanese smart.
Yeah, it was very
Japanese
up there. Critics were very up their ass and really trying to like act like American cartoons were lesser than because of this new thing called animation.
That is, and Chris, that's one of the reasons why I always had a beef with Spirited Away. I think Spirited Away is a good movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I hate the critics and the fans of that movie because it becomes this weird, us white people can't draw as good as those guys. It's this weird, American cartoons suck. Look how beautiful. It's like, what is this self-deprecating white people crap That like I always hated that.
Meanwhile,
for that movie,
I see all this shit and I'm turning around as a kid loving gargoyles. Like, I love this fucking cartoon. What the fuck? Like,
that's why I'm like, why y'all did, man? Like, do the 90s, like, dog. That, like, I hated how Adult Swim until about 2014 made it their business to drag anime. Adult Swim, who was getting most of their ratings from anime, had the nerve to drag anime for almost 15 years of program until finally somebody at Cartoon Network going,
hey, we could be showing Dragon Ball right now. Yeah, shut up.
but nah, I'm actually excited for us to talk about Ghost in the Shell because I feel this is definitely one of those movies that like
Chris, they did call it the Disney Killer. Thank you, Fox. They called it the Disney
even though
Killer.
ironically because Disney distributed that movie, so
again,
go figure, right?
This white people self-deprecating crap. I don't, whatever.
But anyways, but yeah, Ghost in the Shell. That's going to be very fun. We're going to show our otaku self off in that episode.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be great. So yeah, that in mind. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Not my tempo, nigga. That ain't my tempo, nigga.